Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Dolapo CEO DoliveB Creations. So I would like to show us how to make an Autogele from the scratch. Yes, so we'll start by introducing the materials we'll be needing. We're needing a doll head. These are doll head. We need our fabric, Autogele. We need our measuring tape, we need our scissors, we need our velcro tape. This is velcro tape, or also called plaster or magic tape. Okay, so Autogele is divided into three parts. We have the base, we have the frame, and the tying. So for this method, I'm going to start by teaching us how to make the base. So for the base, this is how we're going to be. A standard head circumference is 23 inches. 23 inches. So for the base, we're going to be cutting out our Autogele like this. Our Autogele like this. So this is 19 inches. The calculation is 23 inches minus 4 inches allowance. 23 minus 5 inches, I mean 5 inches. The 5 inches, I'm going to use that for my velcro tape. So 23 minus 5 inches, that gives me 18 inches. So I had 1 inches for the folding it. That's for sewing the edges. So this is 19 inches. So I'll be cutting out 4 pieces of this. 4 pieces of this. So I have 4 pieces of this. So what you do is you join your layers together. Join them together. Just place it on each other like this. And sew. Place it together like this. And you sew. So for the 4 layers, it depends. If you can use more than 4 layers, I'll show you the reason why. So we also need our office pins. So what I'll be doing this is I'll be holding this down just for the purpose of this video, but we're supposed to join. We join them together with our sewing machine. Join them together. So now I've joined them together with my office pin for the main time. So now for us to start the base after joining, we'll pleat this. So we just take the first one in like this, making sure that they're on the straight line. You can use a measuring tape to measure. Just measure maybe 1 inch. Measure. So we use our office to keep them in place. So I'm going to be forming our pleats. So form our pleats. This is the first one. So we will sew. We'll run our stitches on like this and sew. So after sewing, this thread showing here, the next pleat you are placing on it, the next pleat should go this way. Look at the way I'm doing it. Should cover this thread. The thread using sewing this, the next piece should cover it up. So you're going to continue to form your pleats like this, depending on the number of pleats you want. So I said earlier that I'm cutting out 4 pieces. I have 4 pieces here. So meaning that if you want more pleats, maybe you want to have more like 6, 7, 8 pleats, you may need to keep joining. You had more Autogele. The same measurement of 19 inches, depending on your own head circumference. So you can have the 5th one or the 6th one, depending on how full you want your base to be. So after we are done with this, the next thing is for us to fold the edges in. I'm going to show you all that. Just watch what I'm doing. So you can just fold it in like this after you're done pleating, and sew and sew. So you fold it in like this and you sew. So after sewing, the next thing is for us to get our velcro tape. To make our velcro tape. So this is our velcro tape. You can cut out like 5 inches to 7 inches. 5 inches. So to do that, we have our Autogele. Just cut it out. 5 inches. But this one is 7 inches. I'm using 7 inches for this one. 7 inches by 3.5. You can be 5 inches by 3.5 times 3.5 inches. So what you do is you fold this in like this. fold this in like this, fold this other side in like this, then you cover up and sew. So after sewing, this is what you have. So for your Velcro tape, use the same measurement here like this and cut out. So for your Velcro tape, place it on it. You sew like this, sew like this, sew like this, and sew like this. So you are doing two. We need two pieces. So what you do is you place this one facing you up, while you place the second one. So if one is facing down, one of the Velcro tape is facing down here, the other one will be facing up on this side. So I'm going to apply all this procedure I gave to you now. Sew all this, add the Velcro tape, and you're done with the base. So the next thing is for us to learn how to make the frame. After the frame, we'll now join the base to the frame. A frame. For an Autogele frame, this is how we're going to go about it. So I have my layers joined already. I have like 11 layers here. So the first one I'm going to be cutting out. The first one is 50 inches long. So you're going to fold in the edges and sew. So 50 inches for the first one. The next one is 22 inches. I'm starting with 22 inches. Some starts from 20, but I prefer 22 inches so that my pleat, when I'm doing done pleating, it doesn't become shorter at that place. Okay, so the next one is 22 inches. The next one is 20. You keep increasing by 2 inches. But what I do most time is when I get to the middle, I actually reduce by 1 inch. So I keep increasing by 1 inch. When I get this one is 23 inches, I increase by 24 inches. I can do 25 inches, do 26, even 27. Then I'll continue, start adding 2 inches again. Okay, so the next one will now be 29. Next one will be 31. So I can make the last one 32. So this one, that's the final one, it will be longer than the previous. This is the one we're going to use to cover up our pleats when we are done pleating. So whatever measurements you get here, just add extra 10 inches to it. So if you have 32 inches here, this one will be 42 inches. So this excess will be used to cover up our pleats. So now I'm going to be showing us the pleat. That's how to pleat. So with our dowel head and needle and thread, we'll get the midpoint of our gele, of our layers, and join middle this way, like that to the end. So for us to start pleating, we start from the longest part. That's one. This excess is for tying, so we're starting from there. So just fold in. You fold in by, if you want a tiny pleat, maybe you want a very high gele, you can start pleat by 1 inch. So you fold in by 1 inch like this. So you get it down by 1 inch. You can pin down. You can use an office pin to pin it down on your door head. If you don't have a door head, you can use a bended knee. You can use a knee to pleat. Make sure you're not pleating straight, or else it will not come out fine. You just have a funny shape. You just hold it down with your pin to make like 3 or 4 pleats. 3 or 4 pleats like this. So make sure your pleats cover the sewn part. As you are pleating, the back side also check that is aligning well here, so that it will become very fine. So you can make 2 or 3 pleats or even 4 before you start tacking with your needle and thread. So make sure that they are aligned here as well. Sure they are aligned here as well. So I start putting my needle and thread like this. I did joint thread like this. So you can just run down and add more pleats. You can run it down if you like. Depends on the technique you use. Everybody has his own technique. So we keep pleating. Make sure that this side that is that is sewn together does not show. The next pleat should cover that part. Like this. So after making some pleat more, you continue tacking this way. Just watch what I'm doing. Continue tacking like this. Take your needle and thread back. Always arrange this part. Make sure it's well arranged. Make sure it's well arranged. So pass your needle and thread through like this. So you sew this way. Pass your needle and thread through. Make sure it picks like the three you just added, and the last one, that's the next one. This one. These are the three you just added. Just use a needle to pick the next one, and then come out this way. So you continue like that. Continue like that. So you are doing this till the end of your layers. When you get to the side, let me show you how to do the side, so that you can have a good curve here. That's why you are using your dull edge. So you can have a good curve. So this is what I have here. You can pass it down because I've not notched this side before. I've not tagged this side before. You can pass it down like this. Anyhow you want to. Anyhow you want to. So this side that is so that you can have a curve here. Despite the fact that you're using your bended nail, so you can just pull too. Look at the way I pushed it forward before I inserted my needle, so I can have a curve. You need to start doing this from the base. You need to start doing this from the base, or from the first pleat down, as in till you get to the last layer on top, so that it keeps following that pattern. So as you pleat, it keeps making that curve. As you pleat, you keep forming that curve like this. Keep forming that curve. So I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing this, and I'll show you the final step. So once you're done, I'll finish pleating this. If you want to stone your Autogele, you can stone this part, this last part that I'll be showing. Just stone this part, add your pearls, add your stones before you pleat, so that it will come out fine. So after this, we'll show you the last step on how to wrap your pleats. Okay, so I've pleated to this point. There's something I want to add before we do the finishing. I'm actually going to continue with my knee. I like working my knee very well. So I'll pleat. These are my pleats. Continue my tacking. Make sure it's well arranged here. So another thing is, when you're tacking, please don't pull the thread, the needle too, don't make it too tight. Don't pull the thread too tight. Just pull a little, so that your Autogele, your gele doesn't look so much enclosed or tight. The pleats. make it loose a little. Look at it. So I'm going to do this now. I want to show you that part. I've pleated to this point, as you can see. I just want to show you something concerning the curvy part. So when you have like maybe like 2 layers left, or 2.5, you do this. You tack up to this point. After pleating, tack up to this point. So for this side, this is where I do mine. I don't know of other people's method. Okay, there are different ideas or ways of going about it. So what I did is, after curving my layers here, I curve like this. So I don't really sew this part. I pull. Look at the way I'm pulling. I pull this way a little so that it will be free here. I pull here so it will be free. So, and I tack. Just tack here. Just tack here. So this will show at the side. So when you're tying, this goes to the back, and that curvy part shows. You make it loose. The same thing this side. Make it loose. So by the time you are pleating over like that till you get to the end of your ashoke or your gele, it forms that curvy part well. Look at it, and it makes your gele not too, the pleat not too enclosed to each other. So I continue pleating like this. Look at it forming. So this will go to the back. So I'm going to finish up this, and I show you the final tacking, the final step. Alright, so for the final pleat, this is the last pleat. The last pleat, for you to tack, make sure that the thread doesn't show. Just pick it like this on the inside. Pick it like this all the way down. Pick it like this, just little, just pick little, so that the thread does not show. Come back like this to secure it. Go back again and do the same. So you do that till you get to the other end. So the last thing I want to show us is how to finish up. So to finish up, you use this remaining like this. If you notice, if after you're done you notice it's long, just cut off, just trim the excess. So you just fold the edge in and use it to cover it this way. Neatly cover it like this. So with the end you're going to be tying, neatly cover it like this. With the ends that you're going to be tying, you tack them together. You tack them together. Like this. All these parts, make sure that the thread doesn't show. You do the tacking in such a way that the thread does not show. So that is how to pleat your frame using this method. You can explore, add your own ideas, use another method of yours that works well for you. It's all about being creative. Thank you, everybody. By the time we're done, this is what we have. So once you add your base to it, the beauty comes out. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you all.